And if you're to listen to a bunch of economists, they're worried that that could be short-lived if one Donald Trump becomes president of the United States. And that is not all economists in the United States. More at some of the premier brokerage houses are saying, you know, you could make a case that Donald Trump would be a refreshing figure and get things done in Washington. But that is not the view of the Economist out right now with its top 10 worries going forward. And who do you think is among the top 10? In fact, he's halfway down that list. Donald Trump. That he would be damaging, according to the Economist in this special survey, more so than a host of other more dramatic ills. That think about that Donald Trump's terror concerns for the Economist. Now, every week or two when this magazine comes out, there is something damning said about the United States. But now they've taken it one step further to say that whoever we elect in this country, if it's Donald Trump, we're done as a country. What to make of that? Dagen McDowell, Jared Levy. What do you think, Dagen, of that survey?
I think the Economist is maybe learning something from Donald Trump and learning how to sell and self-promote by putting his name in this list. And I ask the question, why is Donald Trump more of a threat than, say, Ted Cruz, who's talking about making the sand glow and bombing ISIS, or even a Bernie Sanders who wants to turn America into a socialist country but not have the tax policy to pay for it all, to lead us down that path to ruin? So I'm just begging the question, and I patently reject that they say that his anti-Muslim talk about limiting immigration, at least in the short run, is a recruiting tool for terrorists, because that is like saying that we brought 9/11 on ourselves, and it is absolute horsehooey, and they should be ashamed of themselves.
All right, let me know what you think next time. Part of the argument, Jared, that they raise against Trump, to what Dagen said, is that he could not only start a trade war, he would hurt trade with Mexico, be a godsend to terrorist recruiters in the Middle East, presumably because of his views on Muslims, and that he could disrupt the global economy. One guy could do all that. What do you think?
Yeah, first of all, any president, like Dagen said, is a risk, right? And they are smart using his name because they're going to get more readers. But, you know, first of all, think about this. The markets, as he's risen to likely the GOP candidate, markets have risen, right? If he's that bad, if people really believe, the smart money really believes that he's going to tear down the global economy or that he's a high risk, I would think that markets globally would have an opposite reaction to his strength. Just saying, markets are a pretty good view or a pretty good reporter of what's currently happening. The other thing is I don't buy any of this. I don't think. I mean, the guy has made amends with Ben Carson. Sure, he can talk big, but I think when push comes to shove, he knows how to get deals done. He's not going to sabotage the U.S. economy, and he is not going to make himself look bad, because I believe in history he wants to go down as a great president. His ego is not going to let him screw up or do things stupid. And again, he's going to have advisors. So no, I think, again, like Dagen, that this is a foolish gimmick for them to get, ratings.
But, Dagen, they would not be the first European publication or European entity, period, to have concerns about some outside the Petri dish, Canada emerging in the United States. Ronald Reagan comes to mind, and how they dismiss him coming out the gate, and that he would be a threat to global security, that he was provocative, to put it mildly, stupid in the eyes of the Economist. So I'm not comparing Ronald Reagan and Donald Trump, only that that is a traditional kind of a European view, especially when it comes to conservative, candidates, whether you buy that Donald Trump is conservative or not. What do you think?
Well, there's a headline today that the Kremlin, that Russia is upset at Donald Trump for his portrayal of Vladimir Putin in this ad that they came out with against Hillary Clinton. And I say that is awesome, because look at what we've got. Look at our relationship with Russia, if you can call it that, under the Obama administration. Russia goes into Syria. And what did Vladimir Putin do? He has propped up Bashar al-Assad, which is exactly what he wanted to do. He bombed the moderate opponents of Assad. He didn't go after the Islamic State. Now he's pulling the major forces out there, and he's going to go to the United States and want sanctions relief, sanctions that were put on because of what he did with Crimea and Ukraine. So I don't know how we're in a positive situation with Russia at this point, so good for him for making fun of Putin.
All right, Jared, one of the tests will be how the markets ultimately would respond to a nominee Trump, if it got so far as a president-elect Trump, then a President Trump. What do you think?
Well, again, I mean, you look at sort of the statistics, he leads, right? I mean, a lot of that's baked in. I think that the markets and a lot of the people I talk to believe that Trump is going to be the nominee. And again, moving closer to the presidency, if he's, seems as though he's going to win the presidency, then we'll see, what the outcome is. But a Hillary president, I don't think that's good for markets. I don't think markets really want that. So
we'll see.
I vote for Trump.
Yeah, raising capital gains taxes is always good for markets, right?
All right. Well, I rarely see out of European publications criticism of prominent Democratic candidates. But again, that could be just me. Guys, I want to thank you very, very much.